everybody. My name is Debbie Neko, and I will be doing a synopsis of my worst horror movie. A bad movie can mean different things to different people. Sometimes you have a movie that's so bad it's good. Sometimes you have a movie that had way too big of a budget, and you don't know what's going on. And then you have a movie that's a masterpiece. It's very subjective. So I asked a friend what was the worst horror movie that they had seen, because I couldn't decide myself. And without skipping a beat, they suggested Halloween Resurrection, which, thinking about it, was a movie I had seen, but immediately deleted from my mind. So there we go. I have chosen to do Halloween Resurrection because it's a horror movie so bad that my brain has deleted it every time I've watched it, and I'm not kidding. I've seen it 4 times to do this review, and I can't even tell you a name of a character. It just immediately gets deleted. Now, to do a quick little preface for Halloween as a series, it is among the OG of slasher films. Other early versions of the type of horror didn't seem to catch on, but for some reason, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th really solidified this genre, even though it is older than them. However, unlike the counterparts, Halloween always had something lacking in a deeper story or a deeper motive, or, however you want to look at it. There really was no reason as to why Michael did what he did, and that could also play a part in how terrifying the concept is. And then later they shoehorned ideas in, he's trying to kill off his family. They made Laurie Strode his sister later on. And then they did the Thorn thing for a couple movies, and that was immediately forgotten. So it's like no one really knew what to do with him. Freddy is a child murderer, and he comes back and kills kids in the dreams as revenge to the parents that killed him. So we have a motive there. Even Leatherface just wants to kill Unichu. I mean, there's a motive there. Michael he just stabs people. That's really about all there is to it. So it's not a complicated character. But you still have to do a service to the concept of the big monstrous guy that suddenly appears behind you. They call Michael Myers the Shape very often, and there's a good reason for that. I do not want to get into the abominations that are the current recent movies that are just really trying too hard. It died. This is the movie that killed it, and any attempt to resurrect this has fallen to even a further level. So without any further ado, let's begin. We have 3 minutes of credits. Once we are over the credits, we get to starting off with 2 nurses recapping the events of the previous movie. This movie being a direct sequel of the one before it, Halloween H2O, which has the exact same freaking looking poster. Check this out. They can't even be original enough for that. Anyway, it picks up right after, 3 years technically after the H2O one. And the one nurse looks annoyed at the other one asking questions because they're assuming both her and you as the audience should already know this. The recap is very quickly pretty much going over Michael killed a lot of people, tried to kill Laurie killed him. The recap also, for some reason, where Laurie is decapitating Michael, there's a canned scream for some bizarre reason. The nurse says not to tell Laurie that it turns out she killed somebody else and not Michael. Because after being stalked for 20 some odd years, she doesn't need to worry about that anymore. I would want to know that the guy I killed is still going to come after me. I don't know. That's something I'd like to know. After killing 2 incompetent guards, he walks into Laurie's room. And I don't mean he opens the door or anything like that. He doesn't open the door, or kick it in, or even put it open. He just walks through like the Kool-Aid Man. She set a trap all along, then decides she needs to unmask him to see his face to make sure this time it's really him. However, she's never actually seen his face, so I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. I guess just so she can close enough for him to stab her. And honestly, she could have survived that, right? Look, what is that, 2 stories? A couple broken bones? Maybe a concussion? She should be okay. But no, she's gone. She's a gunner. Michael leaves after stopping by his number 1 fan and framing him for the killing because security cameras don't exist in this universe. The movie title does not appear until 16 minutes and 52 seconds into the movie. Now, at nearly 18 minutes in, we meet the actual movie cast. I've seen this movie now 4 times to make this video, and I still can't remember their names. And also, this is an unusually large cast for a slasher film, so I'm going to go by how I remember them. The Not Like Other Girls girl. I know Carl Jung and drive a scooter on the footpaths because the world doesn't get me. The girl I spend most of the movie wanting to punch. And the likable guy that deserves better. They're chosen to be on a TV pilot thing or something for scholarship, money, and fame. It's not really explained at first. I will give the movie some credits for being ahead of its time in this concept. The movie came out in like 2002, before YouTube and the early days of the internet, so ARG or hidden camera type of horror was a very new idea. I think maybe only 1 or 2 TV shows had done it. And then, of course, Blair Witch sort of did it as well. This is a new thing. This is on the coattails of Blair Witch and Scariest Places on Earth, that kind of thing. And the plan is to wander around the old Myers house at night with cameras, like an urban exploration thing, while this is broadcast live over the internet, and look for clues to find out why Michael did what he did, like some kind of high-tech Scooby-Doo. Because the police officers and psychiatrists and others for the past 20 years have never, looked into his house or anything, or gone through his stuff to try to find a reason or motive for the killings. No. It's gonna be us on the internet TV crew. Yeah. Creepy random guy comes up behind them and says, "No, don't do it!" And there are panties by the front door for some reason. There's no relevance to this scene at all. We don't even know who this guy is. We never see him again. We don't even know how he knew about where they were going or what they were doing. He's psychic and has creepy powers, and I don't trust him. We briefly cut to 2 more characters for this movie. One being an online, pen pal, catfish. I don't know what we're going with here. We'll call them Dweeb and Dork, because that's kind of how they act. Dweeb is a semi-romantic interest for I'm Not Like Other Girls, and he does tech support for her via email. I guess they met over a message board or something, and they don't really explain that. And his friend is just his friend. I like my characters. The masterminds behind whatever this is, I will call them Oblivious and Captain Ego. The faces in this movie, I swear, what the hell? Not Like Other Girls tries to back out, and seriously, the entire conversation with Captain Ego is about how she's not like the others, and he likes that she's not like the others, and now I need a drink. What is this thing? I was alive during this time period. I don't remember seeing one of these things. Like really, what is this? Like a 2-minute montage explaining the little cameras and how to use them, and apparently mostly means looked on each other's clothes and other weird-ass stuff because I guess sexual harassment was okay in the early 2000s. They've been trying to sell this house since the first movie. Maybe a fresh coat of paint would help. 30 seconds long Tyra Banks ass shot. Don't worry about your camera guy getting killed. We need to do a stripper dance with the coffee machine. She can hear the phone above the music, but not the guy being attacked. That's why I call her Oblivious. I'm pretty sure the people living in this neighborhood really appreciate that loud-ass air horn being blown in front of their houses to wake up all the small children, aggravate the neighborhood dogs, and bother anybody with sensitivity issues. This isn't a marathon, this is a web show. What the hell are you doing? Curly-haired creepy guy sexually harasses the redhead. Second sexual harassment by this guy. I think now it's turning into a competition. We're 40 minutes in, by the way. Why are you exploring alone with that guy that keeps grabbing you? While he tries to talk her into turning this into a porn, the faces again. Even Michael's back there like, "Oh yeah, baby, you know what daddy likes." She doesn't go through with it. However, she does stop to refresh her hair and makeup, not realizing she's in a horror movie, and we've gone so long without a kill that I'm forgetting this is a horror movie too. About 45 minutes in, the movie remembers it's supposed to be a horror movie and at least gives us a jump scare. The group heard the girl I want to punch in the face scream and ran to see what's going on. Mind you, she did scream earlier in this movie as well, and nobody noticed, and they were just in the next room. Meanwhile, Catfish Pin Pal Guy has hijacked a Halloween party to watch the internet show, and now others have joined in. This is actually kind of a little wholesome moment, I'm not gonna lie. 45.5 minutes, and we finally have something happen, and sexual harasser douche number 1 is taken out by Michael's Kool-Aid Man impression. Oh no, the camera feed! Oh, I'm sure it's fine. For the little continuity error, this scene at 47 minutes has this dude in a red jacket just now joining in. However, he was with the group at 45 minutes, covering his ears while the girl was screaming. You didn't think I wouldn't notice? I noticed. Some of us noticed, yeah. That's $15 million well spent, guys. Guy who deserves better has realized this is all a setup. The chains, doll heads, fresh herbs in the kitchen, deranged scribbling and coloring book, all were planted to make them think that horrific abuse against Michael occurred, making him the way he is. Nothing gets me hotter than your inappropriate jokes, the smell of dust, being in a dank cellar and spinning all night showing off that I'm the smartest one here. Let's do it, thinking there are no cameras. Hey guys, I think it might be a fake. Legit, this is a funny moment. Sheepnoid's actually manning the camera feed. Spends time yelling at Michael Myers, thinking he's another person dressed up as Michael Myers. But I'm Michael Myers, and I'm gonna scare them. We can't both be dressed like this. It'll ruin things. All while yelling in the living room with everybody still in the house. Meanwhile, Michael looks just confused. Meanwhile, it's like noon. Gotta love how there's always blood on the knife. But I don't think we've seen him stab anybody with it. And it's not always out. Even here, it made a shink noise like it was being unsheathed from somewhere. Where is he keeping it? And where are we? Is there a tunnel system under the house? Are we next door to the people under the stairs house? Yep. It's still pretty bright out for the middle of the night. Bong break! In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. I will give props to harasser number 2 for taking a swing here. Oh no, it's me! Just look! It's just a joke, bro! They confront him on the setup, and he's all like, no, it's just entertainment. They'll never find anything, and no one will watch. And even reality TV is scripted. You guys still get paid. I mean, it's not wrong. Oh, scream number 3 is heard. They think she's joking again. Michael comes out. They think it's just Captain Ego again, and he decapitates her with one swing of the butcher's knife. Let's just stand here while Michael kills the guy very slowly. Rolling pin to the shoulder, and Michael is hurt? And now with one person standing on whatever the device is, the teen frat party guide her around the house like a bunch of backseat stream snipers. Although honestly, it does sound like a fun game. Chad, the killer's after me! Get me out of here! And then immediately screams. Bro just realized everyone's dead, getting his ass beat by Michael and still whispering like he's hiding. Kung Fu kick through the window! No, really. Bruce Lee noises and everything. He got tangled up in some wires and hung, and thus the evil was defeated. But he's still holding the knife. Just kidding. The attack didn't work, so now to the basement! I kind of thought they were broadcasting from a van, but I guess they have the setup on level 3 of this backroom's basement. She's already gone past all the bodies to get there. Random surprise chainsaw attack! She's not even hitting him with it. Cutting through all the wires. Yeah, that seems safe. I got one cast member left, damn it! Oh, and a fire started a little earlier. Somehow. And now it's just engulfing everything. Like the place was painted in kerosene. Electric cable to the boss attack! And for real, some reason it's like a haunted house ghost moan scream sound effect. And due to poor cable management, he's stuck there being electrocuted. A modern problem deserves modern solutions. I had to stop and say something that seemed witty at the time while getting in an extra butt shot. Again, this is painted with gasoline or something? That was a pretty epic looking burn down, and how long has it been burning? It's night, again. It was day a minute ago. What's going on? Why aren't the police, like, keeping them away? I don't get it. I mean, the fire was like 3 feet from them. Wouldn't there be some level of safety control? They still investigate stuff, right? How do they know Michael attacked them and how many are dead inside? And I'll take over and get full limelight and make a speech about how diddly Michael Myers is while at the same time making fun of him. I need to get closer to the camera and make another witty one-liner that seemed like a good idea at the time. I want to see his face! Even though I've never seen his face. I need to assert dominance, so I yell at him and insult him some more. Should there be like medical assistants or something with the coroner? And why just one body? Michael's the only person they're dropping off over there? This is what they saw back at the street, by the way. Her needed to see his face. Yeah. It's still got the mask on it. Why do we start by wanting to see his face and ending by wanting to see his face, and no one ever sees his face? That is set up for more, and that is several hours of my life I will never get back. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great night. Thank you for having me.